Hello. Um, Welcome everyone to this second checkpoint session. I hope you are progressing well with your ideas after the feedback that Josh gave on Wednesday. I think it was a very productive session for everyone. I hope you are enjoying the process. I hope you are learning a lot and especially having fun. And here we have again a second opportunity for you in case you have questions, in case there's something is not clear yet, you have the chance to ask me or Josh. And yeah, before going there, I saw in the meantime that there are a couple of pictures more on the For Fun channel. I will quickly uh, share my screen. I don't know if you see it. I think you do. So Pierre, in the meantime, joined this nice spring picture, getting close to summer, reading some RFC. And I was wondering if there is a message behind, because obviously request for change, that's what I understood when reading some RFC, but I see you have a Kindle also. So I wonder whether there is a link with the Kindle or the electronic book. If someone knows what is the, if there is a play of words, maybe there is none, but in case someone understands the play of words, let me know, because I was trying. Just and I we was wondering whether there is a second meaning to this sentence. And then a second picture from Pierre as well, sharing his digital workspace. So yeah, nice that you are having fun, that you have the time to publish your pictures, and we still want more. So do not hesitate to share your pictures. Okay, well, we saw some questions yesterday. I saw one. I think we saw one from. I think it was Pierre. I think it was Pierre asking about this deliverable number 2, which, as we said, equally like on Wednesday, it would be good if you submit something today for 2 reasons, because it might give you extra points when we are deciding between candidates that are very close in scoring. Secondly, also because it's an opportunity for us to give you guidance, and yeah, to help you to go in the right direction. But regarding this deliverable too, there is like a doc template that you can use if you want. You don't need to use precisely that. We put them there to help you. And there is a PowerPoint template. It's not PowerPoint, but as yeah, slides template that you can use. And someone was asking, and I think it was Pierre, what is the purpose of this second deliverable? Is that the slide so that we can use them for a presentation? The answer is no. It's more a supporting document to help us to understand if your solution, if you have some diagrams, if you want to help us to understand quickly what is your solution about, we will use also that document. So it's not something that you will use a request for comments. I saw that. Okay. Not request for change, but request for comment. Okay. So this document, it's for documentation. It's not the idea that you will bring this document to the award ceremony to present. We will give more details for that maybe in the closing session, but in the award ceremony, the shortlisted projects, the ones we believe can go to the next phase, we will give the chance to introduce themselves quickly, but not necessarily uh, going through slides and presenting everything from A to Z, because otherwise the award ceremony would be too long. So again, so this PowerPoint is for documentation, is not the tool that you are going to use to eventually present. If you are selected for a presentation, it would be more like a short speech about your solution, who you are, and that's it. But for that, we will give more details in the closing session next Monday. And there were also another request from Pierre asking whether it would be good to revise the code and see other teams, the code of other teams, which in fact that's the spirit of open source. So, but indeed, I think it's a bit too late for doing that. Josh, if you are there, I don't know if you want to comment something about that, about the possibility to review the code.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is it makes sense to try and make sure that your code is visible somewhere. So to have it in an open place, I mean, it's open source. It usually works best if you develop it in a GitHub repo with like, I don't know. Of course, you can also already create a pull request. Maybe put it in draft status and describe in there like what your goals are. So if it's an addition to an existing app, then it's best to do it in one or even multiple. If you cut it in pieces, multiple pull requests, and then you can already get feedback on code via the normal, contribution process. If you're developing really something separate, like a separate app, then it's best to at least have it open somewhere. You can share a link in the chat, in the developer chat that I linked to earlier. Yeah, there it's a bit harder because if you do it to an existing app, there is of course one or multiple maintainers who feel responsible for their app, and therefore they're likely to review your code. If you're building a new app, then well, somebody needs to take the time to specifically go look at that, which is a bit harder to convince people to do that. Yeah, so but make it as open as possible, right? And also just look here, as you said, like it will be nice if other people who are hacking now can have a look as well or give feedback. So yeah, share it, share your repository where you're working, ask for comments. That's a good idea, I think. We didn't really plan on a specific like reviewing code session. To be honest, that's not a bad idea. Actually, maybe something for the next hackathon then to make that a part of it. Our challenge is a little bit at the moment. I don't know how close many of you are following it, but we have delayed our release. And so the next release 24 was supposed to go last Tuesday, and it's now coming Tuesday. So you can imagine that was because, well, a lot of works. There was something broken, and a lot of people are working at that. So at the moment, a lot of the engineers have already really been running like overdrive in the last 2 weeks, trying to make the release deadline. So yeah, that might also explain that some people are a bit slow to answer, honestly. Sorry for that. It's just bad timing with the hackathon. It would have been, well, we had planned it to not overlap with the release, but unfortunately, shit happens.
Josh, I have a question for you because probably some of the teams will continue working during the weekend, or maybe not. I don't know, but then it could happen. Do you think that the mentors would be listening during the weekend, or just in case they?
Some of them probably. Definitely worth to just keep the discussion going in the community chat, and even if like there are no employees active and there's still community members active, there's usually a lot of people work in the weekends on their hobby projects like Nextcloud, right? So it's I would not say it's less busy there in the weekend. Even some of the developers work on their hobby projects in the weekend. So I would definitely keep asking. And if there's really, I don't know, if you have a real blocker and you can't make any progress without getting an answer, please ping me. I will try to then help if I can, because it would be a shame if you're stuck for like 3 days because nobody can answer a question, I can try to find somebody then. No guarantees. People need to be online, but it's worth a try. Okay, thanks for sharing, Pierre. He just shared his code in the chat. Indeed, if somebody wants to check it out, go ahead. I will share it as well internally.
I see another question that is popping up. We had some mentoring session during the Jitsi Hackathon last year, and this was really nice. I hope next time we do this. Actually, today, I mean, this hackathon was also it was the same format. You could have contacted the mentors and have a one-to-one meeting if possible. I'm sorry if this was not clear, uh, but you still have time. Even Monday, still, I mean, the closing is at 4 o'clock. So, or even now, the rest of the afternoon, you can still try to get in touch with them. I had personally a call with one of the teams 2 days ago, and yes, so that's still the possibility. And but maybe the fact what just mentioned that things got a bit complicated with the latest release of Nextcloud maybe has made this a bit more difficult. We are sorry for that, but I think the spirit there from Nextcloud is still to help you as much as we can. So please
Absolutely.
please do not hesitate to contact via the chat, and we also have Michele that is monitoring all the messages, and he contacts us. So please do not hesitate in case you need help to raise your hand. So I also, now talking about meeting mentors, I saw that Floris was asking to meet the Commission mentors, European Commission mentors. That was sent yesterday, but we still can meet Floris, and if it is related to the possibility to do something similar for Rocket Chat, absolutely something it's a good candidate. Is that something that we could consider as a next event? So let me know if this is what you wanted to discuss. If not, we still have time to meet this afternoon, or on Monday, or even the weekend if needed. But Saranjit is not available today, Anana, but I am. So let me know. Okay. Are there any other questions? So I see something here. I don't know, Carol, if there is no other questions for now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I think today's checkpoint meeting was not supposed to be very long, especially just having given feedback already last Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, I did, by the
Uh,
way, reply again on the ideas today, on a bunch of them. Honestly, most of the ideas look really well developed, and I would just say, hack away. Um,
yeah, by the way, I see Floris. So yes, exactly that. I think this is what you meant by the Rocket Chat event. And getting in touch with Nextcloud design team for help on organization chart. So just maybe this is something.
yeah, I saw that. I think did you already get any replies, Flores?
No reply yet.
Okay. I think you were in the design chat, correct? Because I think I saw a message there earlier, if I am not mistaken. I need to look it
Correct.
up, but I have seen some conversations in various community
E-
chats on Nextcloud, so I think and replies there as well. Let me paste in the chat a direct link to the design team public chat. Yeah, ask away there. I think there were some comments, but that was on something internal. It's best to ask there directly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Pierre has a
New
deep
question.
question, I see. Yes. So let me first finish on my link I just pasted. That was then for the design team. And I think there were one of the projects was relevant for the Photos app. Let me paste a link to the Photos app here as well. So they can ask questions around that. Now, Pierre, you had a deep question about the user idea. And seeing the code, it looks like we'll go in the UUID direction. We still miss the nickname feature. I wonder what the NC strategy is around this topic for comic version. Basically being able to change your username. Yeah. So that's actually kind of an interesting question. I know that we had an issue with that not that long ago, where a customer basically insisted on being able to change the user ID, not just the username, which of course users can change freely. All I remember from that support issue was that it was a disaster. So it looks like our code is currently absolutely designed for no changes to the user ID, the username. I'm not sure. Let me click what you mean with nickname feature, because you have like okay. Your idea is that you have a username, you have a user idea, you have a username, and you have a nickname. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting idea, but I don't, well, I haven't seen any progress on this. I'm going to guess that this is not a very high priority thing. Yeah. Yeah, because the user ID is, of course, not very readable. I see the point if you're trying to autocomplete name. But for example, in Talk and most other places where you can autocomplete, you can just type the user name like their actual real name, in my case, Jos. And even if the user ID is banana, it'll autocomplete on your Sportfleet, So, I mean, it's only really relevant if people really want to type at and then like the user ID manually, which honestly, I think for a less technical user is something they don't do anyway. They will type at and then simply the name of the person, and then Nextcloud will work, whatever the user ID is. So I don't think this is likely to be a big problem in reality, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. All right, let me try to answer the question from YouTube, but feel free to keep asking questions, Pierre. So Ivo asked if there's a time for a demo, to do a demo. So I'm not sure. Do you want you to demo something to us, I suppose?
Yeah, and maybe just that's related to, because this is something we thought in previous hackathons, that during the award ceremony, where we have the shortlisted projects, the ones that are candidate to win, like they introduce themselves and they also give a demo, which for me it's great.
Yeah.
But in the past, we saw that people were a bit shy, so we say, okay, just introduce yourself. But maybe yes. I mean, if all the shortlisted projects they want to give a 2 minutes demo or a 3 minutes demo, I'm for that. So I would agree with Ivo.
You would
Um,
even say all projects. I think that's cool.
I propose that we
Enough. Everybody
discuss.
who wants to.
Yeah. And maybe now when we finish this checkpoint, we can discuss internally, and then
Yeah.
in the closing session on Monday, we say whether we want people to go for a demo or just introducing themselves. Because I think it would be much richer and easier also for
It's just
the.
interesting. I think a lot of people just want to see what was done.
Absolutely. So if all the participants they are up for it, okay, we will confirm that next Monday when we close at 4 o'clock. We will say what do we expect, um,
And
because
then the
yeah,
Monday after that, we have the session, and then I think people can
we see all the submissions, and of course, if you don't
yeah.
want to present, up to you. You are Ivo. Yes, we would love to get feedback from Julius and Nextcloud.
Yeah, okay. So this is also, I guess, about an earlier demo. So it's more like, can we do a demo
Ah,
maybe coming Monday to get some feedback from people. And that's so halfway. That's actually also an interesting idea. I think, yeah, I think we can do that. Of course, not everybody will have demoable code, but for those who do, I think on the closing or the point coming Monday, it's weird to call the closing session when it's not really closing yet. But let's let's do
The,
that.
the
Let's get.
demo
Is it possible? Because of course people then have to join this session, correct?
they will all join anyway because so maybe it's too soon to speak about that, or but maybe not. It's a good moment. So we will select after the closing session the project that have the minimum criteria. All of them they would be shortlisted for the award ceremony, and in that the award ceremony we announce the 5 winners. So what we can do is when we send this email to the participants saying congratulations, your project has been shortlisted for the award ceremony, maybe we give the chance to tell them, do you want to present? Yes, no. And
Makes
then
sense.
and then we take note of that, and then we schedule the ceremony according to that. And in the meantime, of course, nothing prevents Evo to have a one-to-one meeting session on Monday, or
Yeah,
maybe
but I'm just wondering if on Monday when we do the session, the 4 o'clock session, right? There is another one on Monday, right?
on Monday we close. Is
Exactly.
it's not. Yeah.
But as part of that, could we consider offering everyone who wants to show their progress until then?
Yes, but the pity would be that any give feedback you give, it's too late because we closed.
Well, yeah, but you said
Participants.
that people have time to work on the project until, shortly before the award ceremony. So we should
No,
at least,
no, no. The closing
right.
is the closing. So it's next Monday. It's next
Ah,
Monday.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because afterwards you will be evaluating yours and your people. So
Right. No,
you
that's true.
you
Okay, so let's at least then do a demo in the award ceremony. That we should do. I agree.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
reading. But are we supposed to record the pitch in a video? I think that's the third, if I'm not mistaken, the optional deliverable.
It's optional.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly. You can just send it in text and point to the app. But yeah,
yeah, I mean, if you want, Joao, you can also add this pitch in a video, but still, we would like people to talk also during the award ceremony
no.
and present it maybe a second time. But yes, you can submit as part of the Monday closure also this recorded pitch, because it could be a pitch, but it could also be like a screen recording where you show the movements of what you are doing. So it doesn't have necessarily to be a pitch. It's just an extra recording. You could be pitching or recording the screen, or whatever you think it helps. Oops, I see now a big message. Let me see.
Yeah, it's a reply from Pierre about user idea discussion. It's a bit
Okay.
technical, but yeah, I know. I understand the nickname thing. It's definitely something to discuss there on the GitHub issue, I suppose. I think the whole point is that like the user idea should be invisible for users. It shouldn't matter. Only the username, which you can configure, like your name in your personal settings, is what is relevant and what should be visible. Now I know that sometimes you can see the ads and then the username, and of course use it as login, but it should be not relevant. As much as possible invisible, basically. Certainly to other users, right? So, yeah.
Okay, coming back to the comment from Ivo, what he wants is to demo it
Yeah.
before the closing, so that you can give feedback. So more a one-to-one session. I understood. There are more things on Event Tornado.
Yeah. I saw John also sharing the repo to the work on the electronic signatures plugin. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, of course, that need to be added, of course, yes.
Yeah. All right, but I think we've answered all the questions here. Unless there's anything more on YouTube, then yeah, let's continue on chat and let's see each other on Monday again.
Yeah. Okay, so to summarize, demos before the closing, yes. To get feedback, absolutely. And let us discuss internally whether for the award ceremony we would like you to, if you want, to give you the floor and explain a bit more.
It's not mandatory, of course, but it would be nice to show the projects. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we will get back. No, it will be not mandatory. That's for sure, indeed. But it would make richer if some of you feel you like explaining what you have done, and would be nice.
All right.
Okay.
And everyone, have a good weekend and happy hacking if you'll be coding. Monday, then we'll have the closing session. Tuesday, by the way, we are releasing a Nextcloud release, so exciting. And yeah, see you all soon.
Yeah, have a nice weekend. Either if you rest or either if you continue putting the machine on working. And yeah, happy hacking. Enjoy the weekend and see you on Monday with a lot of energy and good moods. So thank you. Bye.
Bye all.